a break. Oh well.
How we doing, Emily?
Good. We finally got it up. It's connected.
Okay.
Perfect. I got my alert, so that's always happy. Okay, you guys can start whenever you want.
All right. Well, good morning, everybody, and welcome back to the Italian Dish. It's Holly, and today for our third Fireside chat, I am joined by two of my very favorite people, longtime customers and friends now, Rita and Alex. And we're going to talk a little bit today about the store and what brought these lovely women in to shop with us initially, why they love coming to the store, why we love having them, and just a little bit about the long history that we've shared since the Italian Dish opened. And I'm just thrilled that they were willing to sit down with us and talk a little bit about their experience here. We've set the table, and I'm going to treat them to these lovely pastries when we're all done. And they've got their favorite espressos. Alex and Rita are some of our big espresso lovers here, so whenever they come in, they get one. And today we've put it in the beautiful Berry and Threads espresso cups and saucers that Alex mentioned when we got started. It made it taste even better. So that is the whole idea of bringing beautiful things into your life. The things that we sell is to make all the experiences you have at home even more special. So let's chat. Thanks so much.
Thank you for having both of us here.
Oh,
You know, it's been, I think we said the first time I came in here was 2006. But
Wow.
that's not the first time I met Holly.
No, it's not. We have a little bit of history.
Things come in threes. I met Holly the first time when we were both in sales and IT sales. And then I met her one time socially at the Bloomfield Open Hunt. And then I was walking by a store called the Italian Dish. Well, I'm Italian. I had to go in. And I go in and I look and I go, she looks familiar. But the part that I remember the most was I walked in and it was warm and it felt like a little shop in Italy from when I was in Italy. And that was the beginning of
Warms my heart.
that was the beginning of my destination shop in Birmingham. My destination shop in Birmingham is the Italian Dish. So, you know.
And why is that, Rita? Why do you feel like it is
Well-
where you come? Other than the espresso, because we know it's the espresso.
I can tell you the answer for you.
Okay, you tell me the answer.
It has everything you need.
That's a good answer. I would be a little more on that, and that was that, number one, I always felt welcomed when I was here. Number two, you know, you need a pick-me-up every once in a while. I can always find something here that I either need for myself or for a friend. And, you know, I started bringing Alex in, and her little eyes would light right up.
They still do.
They still do.
You can walk around multiple times and still see things that I missed.
Yeah,
And it changes a lot, though, because you change.
we try. I mean, we're always bringing in new product. That's one of the fun parts and also the challenges of a retail store is that you want to keep it fresh and new for your repeat customers, but you want to have the things that are consistently good sellers that we know when someone new comes in that they're going to find attractive, right? So we have our go-to products, we have the lines, the vendors, the collections that sell the most, and they're here all the time. But we also want to continue to bring in new and fresh product, and these are a couple of my key measures here. When Alex and Rita come in and they're excited about something new, I feel like I'm doing something right. So
You know,
yeah.
when Holly asked us if we would sit down with her, I started thinking about, you know, I come in here without thinking, but started to think about, well, why does this appeal to multi-generational? You know, for me, I come in and my generation, I can refresh something in my house. And the last 12 to 18 months have been pretty tough on everyone. So, you know, a little pick-me-up, changing a picture, changing a frame. And as you get older, you put more pictures out. So I needed more picture frames. And then for Alex, when you started moving into your own home.
So for me, it was more so adding little pieces and figuring out what's the style that I would like to incorporate with Holly's help and everybody else here, but how do I make it homey and still pick up on some of the style that my parents had. So I think the fun part about coming into the Italian Dish is there's not only items for myself, but if I'm going to a wedding or I have a baby shower, I'm able to work with Holly and everybody else here and put together a gift basket based on the budget that I have for the occasion.
and she has some of the best books that you can team with a piece of crystal or a candle, or even some of your food products are amazing.
Yeah. So
that-
that's fun to be
that-
able to
that
pair
we've
a
added.
cookbook with some of the food product, or a charcuterie board with some of the food product, and a book on how to set up. I think you did that as a gift
Yeah.
once, Alex, didn't you? A board and a book and that kind of thing. And I looked back when I was planning to sit down and talk to Rita and Alex, and Rita mentioned the first time she came in was 2006, and we had just opened midway through 2005, so she was certainly one of our first customers. And then I looked, and the first transaction we actually rang up under Alex was 10 years later, 2016. So Alex came shopping with her mom often, but now she comes and shops for herself, and as she mentioned, she buys gifts for her friends, wedding gifts, baby gifts. So the nice thing is that I like that you can keep coming back, and that we see you ladies regularly, and you always seem to find something or have an occasion that we're able to assist with, and that just makes me feel great. And it's great to have repeat customers and customers that have become friends. I mean, you're regular, like Rita said. Sometimes you need to pick me up, and Rita will just come in for her coffee break during her work day to break things up and come and get a little socialization, a little complimentary espresso. And we always love to see her. We'd love to see all of you on a regular basis. And again, we've become friends, and that kind of makes me think about two things I wanted to talk about. Rita is one of our best Old St. Nick customers.
Oh, I love Old St. Nick.
No, we probably
I
should have
love
brought
Old
a
St.
piece
Nick.
of Old St. Nick to show here in case anybody isn't familiar with him yet. But he is our best-selling holiday collection. Very collectible. It's been one of Vietry's top-selling collections for well over 10 years now. And Rita has acquired one of the best Old St. Nick collections in her home.
It's tradition now. I mean, when I decorate for Christmas, and everyone must decorate for Christmas. When I decorate
Or
for
a
Christmas,
holiday.
or a holiday, that's true too. But when you decorate for Christmas, Alex will tell you the first thing that comes out is what?
All the old St. Nick
Old St.
boxes,
Nick
and they all
boxes.
get laid out on the table, and
And then
make sure you don't miss one.
That's right. She kind of wonders why last year I went, there's one missing. And she looked at me and said, how would you know? But I did. And so we put them out. And now you have them in your house.
And
No,
I can-
not my Old St. Nick. She has her own. She has her own. But it's wonderful to come in. And, I see other people. Sometimes only at Old St. Nick time, I'll see other customers of yours that are coming in and doing the same thing.
Yeah.
So there's quite a little family of people that come into the Italian dish. You've introduced some of your friends.
Mm-hmm. And I'd say one of the nice things is it doesn't matter if you're in Michigan or wherever you are. I have some friends that are out of state, and being able to share the items that are here, and you're able to drop ship them, put nice gift baskets together, and wrap it all up with a pretty bow and send it out to them. So that's nice that they get a taste of the Italian dish from a different state.
Yeah. And Alex is a huge help with that, and that being the younger generation, she helps us with sharing our posts, adding to our posts, forwarding things to her friends on Instagram and Facebook, and it's just great to have people. I feel like you're my own little separate marketing team too. So thank you for that. It's always important to be able to do that, and to have people that enjoy your store enough to promote it for you. So I'm very honored.
There are so, Holly, there are so many great memories here. You've even had events where you've had you're featuring perhaps a particular type of wine glass. You did that one time.
Right.
You also brought someone. You bring people in from Italy to do special events, which are always fun
And seeing how the artwork is pretty much comes to life. That was really cool to have it all set up here and watch them painted and.
Right, and we hope to. In fact, Vietry has put together a schedule, and we hope to have one of the artisans back this fall, as long as everything with COVID continues to move in the right direction. We will be able to host an artisan event this fall and highlight one of the artisans from Italy, where, as Alex mentioned, we'll set them up kind of where we're sitting right now, and they do painting demonstrations and show how they create the beautiful ceramic pieces that we sell. And so we look forward to that.
Well,
to
there's a-
Rita's point, we do a lot of events that we hope to continue to have more. In fact, we're right in the middle of our Juliska gift with purchase for the spring, so that is happening, and it makes me think, I know one of the ways you got Alex started,
Yes.
having a little dish obsession, was that every time we would have a Juliska gift with purchase, Rita would come in and buy something, and any of the gifts she would stash aside, and they would be Alex's when Alex finally got her own home, and
It worked out
she
well
has
for
her
you,
own
didn't it?
beautiful home now, and
It did work out nicely.
yeah.
Yeah.
So that's
little
another
bit
way
of
to
the
do
dish.
it. Moms out there or grandmas out there, if you've got somebody coming up that's getting close to the age where they'll be creating and nesting in their own home, if there's not anything you think you need for yourself, these gift with purchases are great deals. You can put away some things for the next generation.
And you know, there's another item. There's so many things over the years here. There's so many things. Holly also is very charitable. You have certain products that a portion of those products or the proceeds will go to different charities. And I don't know if you want to mention any or just the fact that you do that with some of your products.
Yep, we do. We have several lines that have a charitable component or that work with people with Down syndrome or other things, and they keep them employed. And so I always do my best to find products that I feel like giving back at the same time as giving something good to my customers. So thank you for mentioning that. We do have several products right now. I don't want to go down the list of
Sure.
them, but I'm excited that you mentioned that, and we do our best to give back when we can. And we're going to have another charity event coming up soon. We did a donation to Child Safe last quarter, and we've got another promotion coming up that we're working on, and so stay tuned and we'll let you know about that one.
Well, you're my go-to. You're my go-to for wedding gifts. You're my go-to for baby shower gifts. You're my go-to for gifts for me. You're my go-to for gifts for Alex.
Yeah.
You're even my go-to for gifts for my husband, because I can find things for guys here too.
Oh my gosh, and that leads me to one of my other favorite stories about you folks. Your last wedding anniversary, Rita.
40 years.
40 years, and Alex is a dear, and she helps her dad out sometimes, and she comes in and says, is there anything my mom said that she likes lately when she was in?
Or that maybe she had an eye on and said, well, I don't need it, but I really like it.
Mm-hmm. So Alex came in snooping around before the 40th wedding anniversary with an eye for her father for something to give Rita, and we came up with a little idea, and so she took a few items home, and then it wasn't but a week later Rita showed up and she's nosing around and she's like, I gotta find something for Charlie, it's our anniversary, I want to buy him a little something. And she was working with Nancy, one of my other co-workers, and they put together a gift, and I went up to the register as she was ringing her up, and my eyes got really big, and there was the exact same item that Alex had picked out for Charlie to give to Rita, and Rita picked out to give to Charlie. And I kind of hesitated, and I thought, do I say something, or do I just let this happen? And so we let it happen, and it was really cute that you could tell the story when you open the gift.
Surprise, surprise. I guess after 40 some years, you kind of have the same taste. And we've given it to Alex too. So there.
Yeah, there you go.
We have a lot of great memories here. And we're going to make a lot more.
Aw, thank you.
Because you do the nice thing is it's always fresh when you come in. There's always something that's changed that catches your eye. I'm looking over you, I'm looking at the candles, and they're beautiful.
Yeah.
So.
And next to the candles are one of my favorite table books. So I'm able to
Yeah.
find all different books that highlight whether it's juices or how to put something on a platter. You can always find a different book depending upon what you're looking for.
Yay. Well, thank you, ladies. It's
You're
been
welcome.
so nice to sit down and chat with you and have an opportunity to say thank you for being some of my favorite customers and people in general. And I hope you keep coming back. We'll look forward to many more years of gift giving and
Old St. Nick.
Old St. Nick and all of the other wonderful things. So thank you all for tuning in. We really appreciate it. We hope to see you. We hope you'll become a regular here at the Italian Dish and share some stories with us about why you like to shop here, just like Rita and Alex shared with us today. We'd love to hear them. So ciao, ciao for now. Come see us again.